Hello, hello.
Okay,
Hello, brother.
okay. Please can you mute yourselves? Mute yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, so as I was explaining to you guys that it is something it is a very beautiful thing, especially when you know how to trade. Like I said, guys, can you see that price actually broke out from this level? Like I mentioned, retested, and that is why it's selling. Exactly what I just explained to you guys. You guys remember that I marked this zone. Am I correct? You guys remember I marked this zone, right? I talked about price not being able to break this level here. And so if it breaks this lower level, it will be selling. And obviously it is selling. So like I was explaining, now let's say you have a rejection, price has rejected your zone and then it has formed an engulfing sell. Now, if you have a zone that you want price to break, right? Price is definitely gonna sell from that zone down to your target area. Now, sometimes price will form an engulfing straight down here. Now, whenever you see this happen, you're not taking any sales anymore. You're not taking any sales. Now you're going to be focusing on the CMP, which is buys, which means that this red candle that broke price, right? Price needs to break this level. Now the closure of price should give you an engulfing break, like SNL break. If it breaks, you're buying to this level, and if that level gets broken out of, you know that you're holding your trade for a long time. Then that's where you see another engulfing candle, or like another buy candle being formed. Do you guys understand? Are you understanding? Now it's exactly what has been
Understand,
happening.
brother.
It is exactly what has been happening on gold every single time. Every single time. And that is why if you actually switch back to the daily time frame, let me show you guys something. If you actually switch back to the daily time frame, let me show you guys something. Where is it? 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 Okay, good, good, good. Now, now look at this. Price was respecting this zone on the monthly time frame. Can you see that? And definitely, this is where since this is a bullish candle, this is where price was supposed to break. Am I correct? That's your direction. Market moves from zone to zone. So this is where you were supposed to break in terms of SNR. If you go down to your weekly time frame, sorry, let's go back to your monthly time frame. Now, price closed as a bullish candle, right? Put the line there. So you go down to your weekly. Now, weekly close as a bullish candle, which means that whatever we are looking for, we are looking for price to head down here. But we are going to be looking for an entry after this closure. We are going to be looking for an entry just before price should get here. Just before price should get here. If you're looking for an entry here on probably H daily, so that price before price should get down here, this is going to be your last target, your target. And if price should break outside this zone, I would have been selling the market. If price stopped here, I would have been selling here down here. Eventually, price just boom, just straight up down to this level, which is very okay. And then if you go back to that same H1, go back to that same time frame, you notice that the zone that was supposed to break, price rejected that level. And ask yourself, where are we heading to? This is where we are heading to. So that rejection, do we have a break? Now, price closed as a bearish candle. Price closed as a bearish candle, right? This is where price was supposed to break. Am I correct? Guys, am I not correct? That is where price was supposed to break in terms of SNL. Sorry, SNL. That is where price was supposed to break. So you put a line there, which is weekly. I'm gonna put a line here. The price break, yes, it did. But would have had an early entry against that level. So let's see if we had a daily change of storyline against that level. Now ask yourself, where did you think price was supposed to break before we have anything that has to do with buy? Isn't this the level that price was supposed to break? Isn't it that level? It is obvious that it's that level. So until that level is being broken out of, I won't be looking for buys yet. I won't be looking for buys yet. Right? So now weekly closing as a bearish candle means that I would have had an opportunity to actually capitalize on the market against that zone, which was this zone right here. So I'll place a line here so that I'll know how daily also closed. So now daily, how did daily close? Daily closed as a bearish candle, which means that if I'm buying, right? If I'm buying, this is going to be my target. So putting a line here, I'm going down to my 4 hours. Okay, sorry. Go back to your daily first of all. Let's quickly change this to a daily, and then 4 hours. Now ask yourself, where did you think price was supposed to break? Obviously, it is this zone that price was supposed to break. But in our next classes, I will teach you guys something. Now notice that this red candle did not engulf this candle. Have you guys noticed that? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yes.
Now notice that this red candle did not fully engulf this candle. Now, in this situation, if market should break this zone like this, sometimes this break is not always powerful because since this red candle this red could not close outside this other one, right? It means that this is the right place that price is supposed to break, this one. But now, okay, since price respected this and formed a lower time frame engulfing apart from this one, this is the one that is supposed to break. And when market broke that level, right, this is just like a pullback with tests against this level. I was expecting that price will come back to this trend line like this. Since it never came back to this zone, since it never touched this zone, when it was pulling back, I was like, okay, I'll be looking for this level cells here. Let me show you guys something. Because in our next class, I'll be teaching you guys the right validations to all those trend lines and stuff. That is your entry. Because this right here is this price was supposed to respect this and go down, but it broke out and came back, which says this is it. This breakout retest come back, buys to this level. It is as simple as ABC. Do you guys understand me? Am I making any sense? Hello?
Everything looks more easier
with
now.
SNR.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a reason why I was explaining storyline to you guys with engulfing, because like I think it's like the basics to understand. Okay, I can bet you guys that if you guys didn't understand change of storyline on engulfing, it would have been hard for you guys to understand SNR. Now the thing is, what I don't really use in SNR is this. All these support zones, all these resistance zones, I don't use them. I only use engulfing as a whole. Like I use the engulfing or I use the box like this one. This is a break of structure here. Do you understand? That is a break of structure. That is the reason why price was buying. That's why I don't use lines. Now I can only use lines to actually when I draw my boxes like this, when I draw this box like this, I'll place a line here at this top. So that I'll know that okay, that is a target. Like immediately price should get to that line, because the way I have arranged my time frames, my boxes is for this daily time frame. If I go down to my 4 hours, I will still see it, right? But if I go down to my H1, I won't be seeing. I'll be seeing the H4. So now this line is there for me to know that okay, this is a daily target. Do you understand?
Yes, Adam. Yes.
So now
Yes,
I don't want to really complicate things with you guys, right? I think this was like a more or less like an unplanned class, but I actually wanted to like really have a class with you guys today, but I think I'll just leave you guys with this class, like with this video today. I'll make sure I send this video to you guys today to watch, because we're going to be having classes like a very nice class on Friday, talking about like the right validations and SNL and trend lines. I'll be talking about SNL most importantly, and then trend lines. Is that okay? Is that okay with you guys? Since no one is answering. So basically,
Sorry, I was okay.
no, it's okay. So basically, this is what I'm just I wanted to talk about with you guys. So I'll just like I don't really have much to talk about. I'll just send the recordings to you guys after this, right? So that
Before can you explain the cell that you took yesterday?
the cells.
Yeah.
Did I take any cell yesterday?
Yeah, I saw one on your EG stories.
Okay, the cells
Can you go?
yesterday.
This one.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about this cell right here? This cell right here, this cell. Oh,
yeah,
good,
yeah, yeah.
good. Go back to your H4. Let's see. Let go. Now remember this zone, price closed inside that zone. Remember. And as a matter of fact, let's put a line here. Go down to your H1. Sorry. Go back to your H4. Let's change this to H4. H4. Now going down to my H1. I was like, okay, fine. This is my target, definitely. On H1. Or H1. That's my target. Now notice that. Now notice that it takes 4 candlesticks. It takes 4 candlesticks of the H1 to close the H4. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now price closed as a bullish candle. Now remember what I told you guys, like the right type of now this is where price was supposed to break. If price had made an engulfing from here, I would have been selling to this level. Now specifically, let's just be sure that is how H4 closed. I'll put a line here. All right. So I'm going down to my H1. Specifically, it closed as a bullish candle. So if you start counting with me, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the 4th candlestick has closed and we have an engulfing buy. Now, the engulfing buy was meant for this level. We're meant to form an engulfing buy so that we'll be buying to this level, but price is already at this level and it reacted to that level. So let's go back to H4 and see how price closed on H4. Price closed as a bearish candle on H4, which means that we'll be looking for buys. Am I correct? Go down to H1. Now, is that how price closed? Am I sure? Am I sure? Okay, price closed as a bearish candle. Yes, I'm correct. So now we'll be buying to something inside this zone, so that we'll be looking for sales inside that zone. So change that to H4 and then H1. Go down to H1. Now, specifically, price. What is really wrong with my laptop? Price closed as a bullish candle, no doubts. Now, for me, right, I would have waited for price to break this level. Now, remember that this level is there. Since we are inside that H4 level, this level is valid. And if this level is being broken out of, I'll be buying the market. So this is an H1 zone. Now, price reacted to that level. And I'm like, okay, fine. Since this level is a level of point of view, and this level is also a point, if price should break this level right here, I'll be looking for sales. The price break that level, this level.
Yeah.
Why are you not selling?
But you saw higher.
Now, the reason why I actually took this trade from here is because of a trend line, which I'm going to teach you guys in our next class. This is a trend line. If price should break this place, price will sell more. It is exactly what happened.
So you
Price
don't need
reacted
any
in.
other confirmations. So as long
No, I
as
don't
the
need.
support breaks, you just enter market.
Yes. That is SNR for you.
So given that there was an engulfing sell on H1 there,
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't. Remember what I told. Remember what I told you guys. I told you guys that if I have an engulfing buy, right, like this, that has a very long wick, yeah, and a short red candle. If price should break this zone, right, I won't consider this to be a valid engulfing fail, but it is an engulfing fail. But for the pullbacks, I won't be selling with much lot size. I'll be using like smaller lot size to sales. But if I have an engulfing buy, right, and I have a short engulfing buy candle and a long engulfing buy candle like this, if price should break this one like this, I will sell it. It's exactly what happened here, because that is an SNL break of structure. That is an OH healthy break. This break right here. Price break, pullback entry down to this level. Price reacted, but no reaction. Price broke this level. And I took the second entry. I took the second entry from here. I posted it on my stories. Second entry was here. Do you understand me? Now, good. Now let's continue with the right thing. Now, price reacted off this zone right here. And you know very well that this is our zone of major concern, because that candle made the engulfing. Can you see that? So now 15 minutes. Now, I was like, where do we need to break first of all? Price close as a bullish candle. Price close as a bullish candle on 15 minutes. Now, if price had broken this level, and probably stopped somewhere here, I'll be looking for sales from this level down to this level. Do you understand? But eventually, I waited and price just boom. Price just boom, straight up, down, boom. Can you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And
Okay.
this cell here was not valid anymore because it went down to your TP, right?
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah, okay.
That is the point. Okay, let's say you wanted to play 3 minutes, because this zone is short. So if you're playing 5 minutes, you might not have enough candlesticks to work with. So we'll play 3 minutes. So I'll put a line here, put another line here, put an horizontal line here. Let's say 3 minutes. Let's say I never really checked 3 minutes if we have anything on 3 minutes. Never really checked if we have anything on 3 minutes. Now good. 3 minutes. This is where 3 minutes actually closed. Straight to our TP zone. Do you understand? Now, had it been price broke and it stopped somewhere here, I'll be looking for sales down to this level. And if it doesn't hold price, you continue selling, hold your price, and eventually you're holding. 3 minutes has just been bearish because engulfing, break of structure, engulfing, break of structure, engulfing. That's just been going down. So now my reasons for taking that trade was like a continuation trend line, reversal trend line, which I will teach you guys in our next class. So as a result of this, you understand? That's the reason why I sold that market there. And the moment I came back and I saw that this zone has been broken out of, this zone right here has been broken out of, I was like, oh yeah. Because if you switch to your line charts, this level has been broken. Like broken out. When I mean break, this is a break now, outside there. So definitely it's a sell. Do you understand? Have I answered your question?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So we don't
I
really
had a
have
stop loss today from that sell.
from which cell?
Here. This particular, sorry. Hold on.
It happens.
This one.
Uh,
So when
uh,
the retest here, I thought it's going to go here, but eventually this happened.
no. That was a mistake. Now, even high. Okay, let's
Yeah.
say I would have taken this loss, but I would have avoided that loss. Do you know why? 4 hours had closed. That's it. I'm not sure you guys have your alarm ringing. I'm not sure. Because if your alarm had ringed, if your alarm was ringing about this 4 hours closure, you will know definitely that this is where you'll be looking to buy the market to on H4. Am I correct?
Yeah, because I was thinking, given that H4 gave an engulfing sell with the H1 break as well.
Yes,
So
it's
I
not
was assuming that.
normally we'll be looking for sales, no doubt. I would have been looking for sales too, down to this level. You're very correct. No, you're very correct. You see, that is why you don't take so that you will not be taking losses. That is why you don't take you don't take your entry on H4. I've never told you guys I've taken entry on H4. Now, let's say this was M15, or let's say this was M5, and you took your sales from here, and eventually price broke. You know that, okay, fine, engulfing fail plus engulfing, you're buying because this is continuation trend line. 4 hours is now bullish. You're buying. This is a reaction news. Price is going to buy. But this is 4 hours. You can't. You don't do that to yourself because you're fucking with yourself. Don't do that. It's risky. Don't sell on H4 simply because it has presented a very nice entry for yourself. No, are you thinking about your risk? Now, price closing as this, you go down to your H1. Oh yeah, man, it's closed as H1, man. I'm gonna be looking for buys. H1. Put a line here. Close as a bearish candle on H1. Okay, go down to 15 minutes. It close as a bearish candle on M15. Now, you would have waited. Now, I would have waited for M15 to close as a bullish candle, like for that place to break. But it was already close to my H1 zone. So which means that I would have looked for entry against that level. So going down to my M5. I was like, since price closed like this, I was like, if price should break this engulfing level, I'll be buying to that my level. The price break that level.
Yeah.
It did. And then you buy. And then you're just watching price do its thing. Eventually, I was able to capitalize from this little entry. I was able to capitalize over 170 pips.
Amazing, man.
Crazy.
Crazy.
So you might eventually take loss from the engulfing being formed as a break. You take loss. It's very okay. But one trade can cover everything. Just take a look at this. Just take a look at this. This is a very strong break because this is an engulfing failed. Plus engulfing. Can you see that?
Okay.
That is why price is buying. And then you have this divergence trend line, which I'm going to talk about in our next class. That divergence trend line had a reaction. Fine. That reaction, but was there a 3 minutes break? Sorry, 1 minute break from the reaction. Price also closed as a bullish candle. That means if price had broken this level like this, I would have been selling down to this level. But did that happen? No. So you still go back to your 15 minutes. 5 minutes rather. And if price should break and close outside this level, it means that this SNR level has been broken out of. It means that this level has been broken out of, which is the last level left broken out of. So the only zone left for price to react to. Hey, I'll teach you guys liquidity on SNR in our next class. It means that this is the next level that price is going to react to. You guys understand? So I'll leave you guys with that today. Go back, I'll try as much as I can to send this video to you guys today.
Yeah, can I just ask one psychology question, Adam, if you don't mind?
Okay.
How are you holding for 100 plus pips? Because for me, I feel when I go to 50 pips, I'm like, okay, this is good enough.
Okay. Now, see, now this is where discipline comes in, 1:3, you're out of the market. Now, the reason why I'm able to hold positions for that long is okay, let's say I want to use 5 lot size, like 5 lot size, and then I'm gonna calculate like how many positions can I open that will amount to 5 lot size with 0.0, so with 0.5 or 0.4. And then you notice that I have like maybe like 13 positions that amount to 5 lot size. Do you understand? So I might end up closing, let's call it, I might end up closing 15 positions, or sorry, if I'm using 15 positions, I might end up closing like 8 positions or 9 positions. That's my profit, 1:3. And then I'll just shift the rest of them to my break even and just let it do its thing. Like basically, I have made money for the day. Like I have hit my profit target for the day. Then whenever I have, now can you see that price refused to break outside here?
Yeah.
So now whenever I have a break, let's say, for example, if you go back to your H4, okay, let's say we'll be able to capitalize on this entry right here, this level right here, right? And besides, there was a trend line that actually supported that. Let's see if I can remember that trend line. Let's see if I can remember that trend line. There was a trend line that supported that move. It was a trend line that supported that move, if I'm correct. If I'm correct, it was a trend line that supported that move. Okay, this right here. That is a trend line. That is a trend line. Now, let's say you're able to take a position here, and you're like, if price should break here, I'm holding, and you're holding price should break even. Now, entirely, this is an engulfing. This is where engulfing as a whole comes on. That is why I actually taught you guys engulfing first of all, because normally this is a zone of major concern. This is a zone of major concern. Engulfing boxes will give you that visible zone to work with. So I'm like, if price should break this level, I'll be holding my price. So now, as price has broken this level, let's say I use like 15 lot size. Price broke this level. This was my TP. I'll partial out everything. In fact, it may seem that price has gotten to this level. I'll partial out I'll partial out like 10 positions and leave 5 to run. All of them on break even. And then I'm just basically holding, playing around on break even, or just put it slightly above. And then you see price. Now price has broken this level. I'm still allowing my profit to run. And truthfully speaking, the amount of times I've left my profit to run has actually made me more proud, because they are actually amounting to bigger running positions. Do you understand?
I see. Yeah.
So now, since price has broken this structure, now I'm holding my position right here, because now this is a change of storyline. Price has now cleared all this liquidity, and it wants to react to this one. So now, let me show you guys something. So let me show you something. Now, price has reacted to this level. Definitely, you know that this is the level we are targeting. You know that, right? You guys know that. So now, I'll place a line there. Go down to my H1. How did H1 close? H1 closed as a bullish candle too, right? So which means before price should get down here, I need to see a break of this level. Did price break that level? No. Let's change this to H4, and now this is my H1 zone. So now I'll be looking for opportunities to sell down there on 15 minutes. Go down to my 15 minutes. Now, price also closed as a bullish candle on 15 minutes. This is where I want price to break. That's where I want price to break on my 50 minutes before price should go down this. And since price closed as a bullish candle on 15 minutes, I go down to my 5 minutes. I'm like, where do you think price should break first of all? This is where price needs to break on 15 minutes. Am I correct?
Correct.
I'm correct. That's where price needs to break on 15 minutes, right? And all of them happen simultaneously, so you don't have any entry. Okay, let's say you wanted to play 3 minutes. We never still had an entry because, okay, fine, good. There was a 3-minute break. Can you see that break on 3 minutes? This is the break.
Yeah.
And then this would have been your entry. Even if price was just coming up. Maybe you're just selling, and eventually it's gonna come down here. And then you would have been able to capitalize on this. How many pips would have been that? This is a good. This is 80 pips. This is 200 pips. Like for me, the moment I take one profitable trade, I am done for the day. Like I am just done. I'm done. I could literally leave the serious account. This is what I do. I'll leave my serious account. I can literally fund about $100 and play with it. Like I just do my thing and play with it. But my main account, the discipline account, I just do what I do.
One trade a day, one winning trade a day.
One trade, one winning clean good 1:3, like 30 pips targets.
And if you have a loss that one day before you had a win,
if you have a loss, if I have a loss, I will wait for the next 4 hours closure. Trade whatever 1 hour, then trade however 1 hour closes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That is me leaving the market entirely. Like the moment I have a loss, I open my MT4 and I'm like, oh fuck, this is a loss. I just completely leave the market until the next 4 hours candle. That means before the next 4 hours candlestick closes, my brain, everything about my head, my mindset has now closed. Like I'm repeating the same thing, because if you want to counter trade, that is when it is normal, it's scientifically proven for you to actually forget your system at that point, because you're going to feel like your system is not working, but you've forgotten it's not you, it is the market. So now this system that I'm teaching you guys is a system that I'm using to fucking make money. So whenever I have a loss, right, I just kindly leave the market for 4 good hours, do whatever I want to do, come back, see another profitable, nice entry that meets my criteria, I'll take it. I'm on profit. I've covered my losses 1:3. That is why 1:3 is very important. You're risking 1% and you're making 3%. So you need to lose 2 times for you to entirely lose out your profits, which is not possible for me. So do you understand?
Yeah, I can understand.
All right. So I think I will have to stop here, and I will send the recordings to you guys after now. Is that okay?
All right. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you for today, Adam.
All right. No problem. All right.